Good afternoon and welcome to this edition of Lady Eagles Basketball Streaming. I'm Noah Frary, going to be joined a little later on by Mabel Valdez for this one. A big matchup with major South Region implications. Bob Jones coming into this one 7-15 on the season, 4-2 in conference. The Lady Eagles come into this one playing extremely well right now, 22-6, 8-0 in conference, and riding a season-high 9-game winning streak. We'll be back with an interview with head coach Jared Sellers in just a few moments, but before that, we're going to take a moment to meet our Eagles.
Welcome back to our second game of this weekend. Tonight is a big game because we were playing Bob Jones University, and we were really close to losing last time, but we did beat them by 2 points, but they are definitely hungry for a win, one of our biggest rivalries. So let's go ahead and get some insight with Coach Sellers on tonight's game. Coach, we're just coming off last night with senior night, very emotional, a lot of emotions running high. How have you prepared the team to be 100% focused for a tough game today?
Well, we have a lot of seniors. We had 8. Last night was great. I don't have to do a lot to mentally prepare them for today. I mean, one, they're really experienced and mature and a great team, so they'll be ready to play today. But obviously we're playing Bob Jones, and it's always a great game, and Bob Jones competes so well. Coach Levere does a great job with them. So, I mean, it's a good game. I don't have to tell the girls to be ready to play today. They're ready.
Okay, that's good to know. And so we saw that Ashton Wellborn did injure her knee last night. Can you give us some insight for the status of her knee? I noticed that she wasn't completely dressed out, so how do you think that's going to impact the team today with her not being on the court today?
Well, Ashton is our leading rebounder, and she's really the heart and soul in a lot of ways of the team. And we're not going to have her today. She's not going to be able to play. We're not completely sure what's wrong with her knee, but it does look like she's going to be out and maybe out for a while, but we'll miss her, but we're going to pick the slack up. Somebody will find a way to do it. We got enough players that can step in and get the job done, but it is going to be hard what she does for us. It's really hard for people to keep her off the glass because she's such a great rebounder. She's so active, she's super strong, and she really competes at a high level, but I really hate to see her have to go down with that injury last night, but praying that the Lord will help it out and take care of it and maybe a miraculous healing or something.
Well, we'll definitely keep her in our prayers, and I'm sure the girls will do well today, but we'll definitely be thinking of her today. And last and final question is, this is the last and final home game of the regular season. How do you plan to make a statement with going into regionals in just a couple of weeks?
Well, I hope we make a statement by just playing good basketball today. I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be high energy, I know that. But hopefully we control the pace, run our stuff. I mean, we should be looking a little bit better this time than we did last time we played them, and the same thing goes for them. So hopefully we can just fine-tune a few things and be ready for the regional playoffs.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Coach. We'll definitely keep Ashton in our prayers, and we'll see you on the court, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And back to you, Noah.
And we're back as we tick down towards tip-off of this big contest today, the Bob Jones University Bruins versus your Pensacola Christian College Eagles. As we mentioned a few moments ago, Eagles come in riding high, 22-6 on the season, a season-high 9-game winning streak currently. They're looking to come in and make one final statement before the upcoming South Region Tournament. The Lady Eagles perfect in conference play tonight, looking to finish off a perfect regular season. Mabel, you've played in this game before. There's always a lot of energy out on the court. There's some major implications today. Lady Eagles, number 1 in the nation, facing off against number 6. Lady Eagles winning a tight one on the road back in January. Talk to me about what you're expecting from the team today.
I'm expecting a good game. Bob Jones is always ready to play us, especially at our house. And these rivalries are the most fun to play in. There's always a little bit of pressure that comes with that, obviously, because you want to perform well in front of your home crowd against a rival team, especially with how well the Lady Eagles have been playing. Every team has a target on their back at this point, kind of trying to take them out. So I'm excited to see how they match that intensity. If I'm being honest, Bob Jones has always kind of had a little bit of a mental edge on us when it comes to an intense game like this. But this group this season, really the whole season, has been a statement, honestly. With our freshman class having a natural mental edge already, Coach Challis is really going to develop that well. And I'm excited to see how they perform today.
We mentioned the Lady Eagles and Bob Jones. We play a lot, 4 times last season, once already this year. Lady Eagles, winners of 3, actually make that 4 in a row at this point. But you remember that game here at home last season. Bob Jones came out on fire, and it took a 31-2 run in the second half for the Lady Eagles to walk away with that game. They started slow last night. They can't afford to do that tonight. How can they get going early?
They just have to trust their offense. They have to trust their coach. Kind of do what he says. He knows what's best, obviously, especially knowing kind of how they play them on the road. I'm sure that he's fine-tuned and tweaked some things before they get into this game. So it's really going to be important for them to buy into what he's wanting them to do in this game, even if it means pinching some minutes or playing different groups together. They just have to mesh well on the court so that their offense can come. Working hard on defense always brings offense, so they have to work hard from the get-go because Bob Jones is going to come out firing.
This game means a lot to all the players on the court. It's one of those games you circle on your calendar every single year, but for one player it means even more. Joy Smith sitting on the precipice tonight, 996 career points. Her 4th point tonight will be her 1,000th. Talk to me about what that milestone will mean to Joy.
Oh man, I know she's excited. I would be excited. That's a huge thing to do in women's sports, and she's really been working hard. She's playing the best basketball of her life, honestly, right now. She's been a huge component for us offensively, so it's going to be good for her team even to see her be able to reach that and kind of motivate themselves as well to reach that same goal.
Mabel, I'm going to put you on the spot here. We got 40 seconds left before starting lineups. I need a prediction. Where do you think this game's going to end tonight?
I think playing in front of a home crowd always makes everything different. It's kind of hostile playing at Bob Jones, and now Bob Jones is going to have to overcome that here, plus our girls being ready to play against them. So honestly, I think that our Lady Eagles are going to pull this game out.
You heard it there. Mabel Valdez says the Lady Eagles are going to move to 23-6 on the season after this one and continue their season-high 9-game winning streak. We're going to throw it down to the court. Prayer, national anthem, starting lineups up next. We'll be back for the tip-off.
Welcome to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Today's game is between the PCC Lady Eagles and Bob Jones University. The National Christian College Athletic Association is committed to the true spirit of competition and upholding the 4 core values of the game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. We ask that each participant, official, and spectator join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help create a positive environment in which to enjoy today's competition. At this time, please stand as we are led in prayer by Pastor Rusty Smith.
Let's pray. Father, we thank you for the opportunity you've given us to play basketball this afternoon. Thank you so much for Bob Jones University and Pensacola Christian College. We do pray for safety on the court, for wisdom for the officials. Thanks for a great day that you've given us. We love you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Please remain standing for the national anthem. Today's sports medicine coverage is provided by the Andrews Institute and Baptist Healthcare, the official sports medicine provider for Pensacola Christian College. Starting today for Bob Jones University, number 2, Sarah Thompson. Number 10, Kylie LaFou. Number 11, Grayson Ledford. Number 20, Sydney Bedsall. Number 32, Delaney Edwards. Bob Jones is led by Coach Mike Levere. And now for your Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles. Starting today for your Lady Eagles, a freshman from Athens, Tennessee, number 2, Sandy McElhaney. A senior from Macon, Georgia, number 10, Joy Smith. A senior from Nebo, North Carolina, number 22, Haley Sailors. A junior from Salem, Oregon, number 23, Emma Hardy. A senior from Arat, Virginia, number 25, Jessica Boyd. The Lady Eagles are led by Coach Jared Sellers with assistant coaches Heather Sellers and Adrian Wilson. Officiating for tonight's game are Chip Bowes, Sherry Taylor, and Steve Behringer.
And there you have it, the starting lineups for both teams in this big-time matchup for the Bob Jones University Bruins. Number 5, Sarah Thompson. Number 10, Kylie LaFou. Number 11, Grayson Ledford. Number 20, Sydney Bedsall. And rounding out the starting 5 for head coach Mike Levere's Lady Bruins, number 32, Delaney Edwards. And for your Lady Eagles, the freshman, number 2, Sandra McElhaney. Number 10, Joyce Smith. Number 22, Haley Sailors. Number 23, Emma Hardy. And rounding out the starting 5, number 25, Jessica Boyd. Tip coming. Bedsall able to come up with it, and the Bruins offense underway. Bruins pull it back. Ledford going to set it up at the top. Thompson's got it. She's picked up by McElhaney. LaFou turns the corner, pull-up jumper. That one way short. Bob Jones trying to keep it in bounds, able to do so. LaFou's got it again. She's going to go to work now on Smith. Smith going to get the 5-second call there. Lady Eagles taking over. Haley Sailors, a new entrant into the starting lineup over the last couple of games. She's coming in to run the point, kind of giving Joy Smith the ability to be off the ball. Smith inside now to Sailors. Kick back, McElhaney, 3 coming. That one no good. Rebound by Kylie LaFou. Ledford gets deep in the corner. Bob Jones working it around the top. Thompson now working on McElhaney. That one no good. Thompson getting her own rebound, but McElhaney is there with the steal. Lady Eagles going to push it. Back to Smith now. Going to find Hardy over in the corner. Inside Boyd. Blocking foul there on Bedsall. That one's big for Boyd. She's going to head to the line now with a chance to put points on the board for the first time this afternoon.
Love watching a player like Jessica Boyd, somebody who can do a little bit of everything, shoot, dribble. and is not afraid to go to the racks and really good at drawing fouls, taking charges, and finishing.
One interesting fact out there, Bedsole and Boyd growing up together. Those two going at it in previous matchups. Going to be interesting to see who comes away the victor in tonight's battle. Bedsole going to do a lot of the point guard duties for Bob Jones University in this game. She's now working on Boyd. Double team coming. Thompson got it. She'll pull from distance with ease. Lefevue faked it, finds Bedsole. Now Ledford gonna drive. Kick is to Edwards, pull-up jumper, no good, but Lefevue there again. And she's gonna finish and head to the free throw line. Kylie Lefevue doing work inside so far today for Bob Jones.
She's such a good rebounder. She has a lot of length. So she might look a little bit skinny, a little bit small, but she finds a way to get her body where it needs to be and clean up the board. So she's a really good offensive and defensive threat, both for Bob Jones.
Lefevue makes it 3-2 with that free throw. Boyd picking up her first foul. That's going to be something to watch. Jessica Boyd has struggled this season getting in early foul trouble. She's been better of late, but going to need to stay out of foul trouble tonight. Sailors now pulling from long range, and that one short as well. Edwards to Bedsole for three is good. Sydney Bedsole making the Lady Eagles pay for giving her a little bit too much space. She makes it 6-2 Bruins.
She's definitely one that we're going to have to watch out for. She's always a threat from the three-point line and always gives us a good game.
Sailors finding McElhaney up top. She's going to work it inside. Kick out to Boyd. Three coming. Jessica Boyd not able to answer Bedsole's three. And the Bruins going to take over, looking to extend their early lead. Bedsole drives, get the charge. 2 early fouls on Sydney Bedsole.
Like I said earlier, Jess is just so good at taking charges. She always puts people in trouble because she is a really, really smart defensive player when it comes to taking charges.
And we mentioned the early foul trouble she's been getting into. A lot of that's just been she's been kind of slow to move her feet early in the season, but you're starting to see that turn around. Those charges that weren't going her way are starting to. Now you see Smith pull up. That one going to be short. Lady Eagles 0 for 4 from the start from behind the three-point arc. Edwards pull-up jumper, no good. Battle for the rebound. Boyd coming away with it, and she's going to push. Boyd backside. Sailors thought about it, but Eagles going to reset. Smith up top. She's going to find McElhaney, the freshman, pulling from distance, no good. But she's going to get her own rebound. Boyd finds Smith. Cross court, Sailors drive inside. And we're going to get a turnover. Ledford now going to take it the other way for the Lady Bruins. Ledford working. Emma Hardy inside.
I think that's one of the biggest elements that Haley Sailors kind of struggles with in her game, just kind of staying under control, especially when she gets deep into the paint like that and not turning the ball over. But such good hustle there by Emma on defense. It's always a defensive threat in the post. Good job by the Lady Eagles there closing out that defensive set. Nice.
And one. Is that one on Bedsole? That one actually going to go on Edwards. Sydney Bedsole getting a little lucky there. That block that you just saw on the other end by Emma Hardy actually breaking the Lady Eagles single season blocks record with that one. Give her 48 on the season, breaking the record held by her teammate Marley Moore. Emma Hardy having a huge season inside for the Lady Eagles, providing a defensive force to back up the guard play for the Lady Eagles.
Always a defensive force and even becoming an offensive threat really this season as well, even from behind the three-point line. So she's a really good utility player.
Thompson kick, Bedsole three-pointer, no good. Good ball movement there on that possession by the Bruins, but Bedsole not able to convert. Boyd in Bedsole's face. That one no good. Ledford bringing it forward. Tried to find Delaney Edwards inside, but just a bit out of her reach. Thompson now working inside. She gets around a few. Kick back, Bedsel. Bedsel inside, Emma Hardy straight up, but going to get the foul called on her. And Sydney Bedsel making things happen for the Bruins. She's going to head to the line now with a chance to extend the lead.
Wish Emma would have just kept her feet. She was in good position already there. It would have been really tough for her to score over her, but that's all right. We can take that foul, hopefully clean this up, and go get us a bucket on the other end.
Mabel, talk to me a little bit about the trust that Coach Levere is putting in Sydney Bedsel right now. 2 fouls already, just 5 minutes in. This is a big game. You don't often want to leave someone in there with 2 fouls at this point in the contest.
Well, I from a coach's perspective, I feel that he probably thinks she can mentally handle that at this point, and hopefully she'll be smart and not get that 3rd one. It's a risk, definitely, for sure, but I think that as a leader of this team already, he feels that she could probably mentally handle that pressure.
Alvarez and Moore in at that break. Bedsel 2 for 2 to the line, and she's going to check out. Madison Shoup checking in. Madison Shoup been one of the better players this season for the Lady Bruins. She hits from distance with consistency. Going to be someone to watch if you're the Eagles. Madison Shoup averaging just under 13 points a game, but coming off the bench for the Lady Bruins. Watch out for Madison Shoup. More spin move inside off the glass. And that foul there going to go on Lauren Smith, who just checked in. Mabel, at the last break, you saw Lauren Alvarez check in. I know she's a good friend of yours, but she's really playing a 6 or 7 man role this season, but really providing a huge spark plug off the bench. Talk to me about what she provides when she's on the court.
Well, part of the reason why Lauren and I are a little bit closer is because her parents actually coached me when I was in high school. So I've known her since she was younger. She's always had that tenacious kind of bulldog mindset. And because this team is so much older already with so many seniors, I know Sellers needed a spark plug coming off the bench, and that's exactly what she is. That's what I was when I started, too. It's a really important role. I think she's taking it well, and next year she'll be ready to go in the starting lineup, I'm sure.
If you talk to head coach Jared Sellers, he talks about 2 players on this court that could become 2 of the greatest players in Lady Eagles history, Sandy McElhaney, Lauren Alvarez. You will often hear him say that. Moore pulling from distance. She's going to miss that one. Bob Jones daring her to shoot, and she took a shot at it. Weideman now driving to the corner, kick back to Shoup. But Smith there to deflect that one out of bounds. Good defense by Joy Smith on that play. Left view, pull up. That one going to be short. She's going to pick up another offensive rebound. Kylie Lefeview doing work on the offensive glass. Here comes the shot. Shoup from the corner. No good again. Ball inside. Smith off the glass and good. Lady Eagles defense so far been a little porous inside, Mabel.
Definitely. I don't think that they're communicating too well on their defense, and I think that's costing them, especially since shooters are just kind of camping in the corner. And Bob Jones is recovering way too many loose balls. We have to be on top of that so we can control the pace of this game.
10-7 is the score. We're 6 minutes into this one. Lady Eagles trailing by 5. Backdoor pass to Alvarez. She's not able to control it, and Bob Jones going to take over. Bob Jones doing a good job so far at taking advantage of what the Lady Eagles are giving them. That's why they lead by 5 with just under 3:42 to go. Alvarez going to meet Weideman up top. Kick inside, Shoup to the basket, no good. And Alvarez gets herself in there and gets that rebound. She's going to push it the other way. Alvarez works inside, layup off the glass, no good. McElhaney there. Lady Eagles again not able to take advantage. Wyden to Shoup for 3. No good. Madison Shoup been a little cold so far tonight. That's big for the Lady Eagles. Kick, Alvarez three-pointer on the way. No good, but McElhaney again.
Thankfully, Bob Jones hasn't been producing on the offensive end like they usually are at this point. They still have a 5-point advantage, yes, but they're a little bit cold from the three-point line, which is really good. We just need to settle in. I think we're kind of getting a little bit too frazzled. We need to kind of settle into our defense here because the offense will come once our defense is successful.
Lady Eagles, a notoriously slow starting squad, but when they get going, they're normally red hot, so the Lady Eagles looking for that spark plug right now to get their offense going.
The main thing with that is that it can't be at the start of the second half. We have to get going in the first half so we won't get ourselves in a hole that's a little bit too deep and kind of give Bob Jones hope to be in this at the end of the game.
Lady Eagles on this 9-game winning streak we mentioned pregame. During those 9 games, averaging close to 75 points per game. They've been beating opponents by a wide margin, close to 16 points a game during that stretch. So looking to get the offense going. Step back, Joy thought about it. Now finds Alvarez. Alvarez trying to get it inside to Moore. Lady Eagles trying to keep it. Smith from the corner. That one hits the side of the backboard, no good. Lady Eagles 3-ball just has not been there for the second night in a row. Thompson, cross court. That's Clark. Shoot now inside, trying to find Smith, but that one tipped. And the Lady Eagles really surviving at this point, looking for that spark on offense. Imdak, she'll pull the long-range ball, and she hits. Grace Imdak. The Eagles bench loving it. That's not a shot that's normally in her range, but big players step up in big games. Grace Imdak makes it a 2-point game.
I think Grace is really going to become one of those players that Coach Sellers develops well, especially with Marley graduating and her and Emma kind of having to take that role in the paint. Last night she had a great game, and today she's already stepping up and kind of feeling what she needs to do there. So I'm excited for Grace. She's really been playing well.
Clark inbounds to Thompson. Shoot, gonna pull it again. Steps in, pull up, no good. But Moore gonna pick up the foul there. Unnecessary foul for the Lady Eagles.
I think those are some of the plays where mentally we kind of get a little bit out of control. If Marley would have controlled her momentum there, she probably wouldn't got that foul called on her. But thankfully it's just her first. Hopefully she won't pick up a second one before the end of this quarter.
Madison Shoup frustrated with herself, not having the start that she's used to. She's going to look to get on the board now. And another free throw miss by Shoup. She'd been hitting in warm-ups, but it's just not falling right now. Alvarez to Imdak now. Moore tried to feed it inside, but Clark is there. Clark now to Smith inside, and Moore from behind. Marley Moore not to be outdone by Emma Hardy. Emma Hardy takes her record tonight, but Marley Moore back-to-back emphatic blocks. Lady Eagles hanging tough defensively.
Marley has such an advantage with her length. I think that's one of the things one of the advantages that she has over Emma. And when she uses that advantage, she really makes emphatic blocks. I love it.
Edwards just into the game, finishes that one. Full court pressure. Alvarez has got Smith now on the wing. Smith trying to get past Edwards. Over to Imdak. Grace thought about it again. Over to Eva Hardy. Pull up. It's good. The bench players stepping up for the Eagles right now, and it's a 1-point game. Lady Eagles trailing by 1. Mabel coming into this game, you expected to maybe it be the McElhaneys, the Smiths, the Boyds. Neither of those players playing right now, but the bench stepping up big time.
Well, I love it when that happens because then it motivates the Joys and the Sandras and the Jessicas to step up when they get back on the court. And then when everybody gets that energy together, I mean, it's a force that's really hard to stop.
Smith gets back door, tries to get it to Alvarez, but that one tipped. Lady Eagles trying to be a little bit too fine with their passing right now. Jump ball, that one going to stay with the Bruins. Smith now going to check out. Also going to see Baker coming in. Baker in for Alvarez. This is an important stretch for the Lady Eagles. Not a single starter on the court. They're going to need to step up against the Bruins starting lineup. Clark from the corner, pull up. Higher arcing shot, no good. Battle for the rebound, Moore able to pull it down. Lady Eagles going to push with 5 seconds left. Sailors finds Baker. Hardy, here it comes. That one's short. Baker may have hesitated. She could have pulled that shot from the top, but without getting as many minutes as she's used to, maybe a little bit hesitant to pull the shot there.
Yeah, I think with Joy, she kind of has to mentally get in a groove before she could actually produce offensively, which unfortunately is something that she could definitely do better in her game. But once we can kind of get her over those mental blocks that she gets into, she'll be more comfortable shooting the rock. She's a good shooter when she gets into her groove. Hopefully she'll get into that this game and be a good offensive producer for the Lady Eagles.
1 quarter down, 3 quarters to go. Bruins win the first battle. They're up 12-11 here at the end of the first quarter. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with second quarter action. Sideline inbounds for the Lady Eagles as we start the second quarter. Bench players still in. The starters haven't been able to get it going. Sailors pull-up jumper, no good. Moore had that one, but able to kick it out of bounds. Bruins going to take back over. Mabel, we saw kind of a stagnant offensive quarter from the Lady Eagles, not something you've been used to in recent memory. What are they going to need here in the second quarter to get it going as we get closer to halftime?
What they need to do is have good defensive stands. If they can have good defensive stops, their transition offense will start going. When their transition offense starts going, then their regular offense will start going. They'll be good to go.
Inbounds, full court pressure coming. Bruins able to break it. Thompson going to find Ledford up top. She's going to be picked up by Baker. Clark finds Ledford. Shot clock winding down. Thompson going to pull it. That one no good. Moore coming up with another big rebound. And the Lady Eagles off on the break. 3-on-2. Hardy inside to Moore now. Finds Sailors. And she's going to head to the free throw line. Hannah Sailors making things happen for the Lady Eagles. Going to have a chance to give the Lady Eagles their first lead of this one with these free throws. Quick stat check here. Leading scorers so far for the Lady Eagles, Eva Hardy with 3, Grace Imdek with 3, both of them hitting some big three-pointers in that first quarter. Right now, Sydney Bedsall, she's got 5 for the Lady Bruins, but sitting currently with 2 fouls. That's been big so far for the Lady Bruins. Moore and Imdek out, Boyd and Hardy back in, those two coming off. Playing well there for the Lady Eagles. Sailors missing both. Lefew there for the defensive rebound. Boyd picking up her second there on that play. Interesting trend starting to develop. Lady Bruins out-rebounding the Lady Eagles right now, 18-10. 8 offensive rebounds so far for the Lady Bruins, and they're taking advantage of that. Lefew leading the Lady Bruins with 2.
The Bruins are so good about attacking boards, about picking up loose balls. That's where we need to be. And us being able to do that defensively, have those good defensive stands, that's kind of what's going to take the momentum out of the Bruins and keep them from thinking that they can stay in this game. Lefew again with a huge rebound and put back right there. She's so good off the glass. We have to be able to stop that.
Baker tries to beat Ledford. Cross court to Boyd. Inside now, Sailors. Sailors turns around, kicks back. Baker, 3 coming. No good. But Baker going to get it back and find a wide open Boyd again for 3. No good. Lady Eagles. There seems to be a cap on the basket so far from distance. They're 2 for 14 at this point. Imdek and Hardy, the only ones to break through from behind the three-point arc.
But it's important for the Lady Eagles to not stop shooting the ball. I understand that sometimes shots just won't fall, but it doesn't mean it's a bad shot. We kind of have to have that mentality. We have to keep attacking offensively and trust that it's going to fall.
Ball threaded inside. Foul going to go there on Delaney Edwards. That'll be 2 personal fouls. Check that, 3 personal fouls now on Edwards. Bedsel and Edwards, 2 starters for the Lady Bruins, already in some major foul trouble. Kickback, Hardy to Boyd in the corner, now fed inside. Emma Hardy going to work, no good. Gets it back, and that one going to be tipped out of bounds by Ledford.
It's good to see the Lady Eagles continuing to attack in the paint too, especially since Bob Jones is already in foul trouble. That's a really smart thing to do, continue attacking the glass, taking them to the racks and finishing just like Jess did right now.
Big play there, Jessica Boyd finding space inside and finishing through the contact of Thompson. Lady Eagles now down by 1, but here come the Lady Bruins. Hannah Sailors closing out a little bit too hard. She's going to follow the three-point shooter, Clark, who's going to head to the line now. 3 free throws coming for Rachel Clark. Clark hitting the second. The Bruins 3 for 6 from the free throw line tonight. Ledford looking to get him over 50%. And she hits 2. Mabel, it just seems like so far throughout tonight's game, the Lady Eagles pass is just a hair off right now. Maybe a split second sooner, and they're going to find some of these lanes.
Well, Bob Jones is always good on the defensive end. Obviously, they're playing really hard and they're playing really well on defense. We just have to see those lanes and those hands and kind of get the passes where they need to be. A huge shot there by Eva Hardy. She's really stepping up today for us. 16 and 16. It's an exciting game, but we expected it.
Smith driving inside, kickback, Thompson, here it comes, it's good. Sarah Thompson getting on the score sheet tonight.
I'm not gonna lie, Noah, that makes me kind of nervous because once she starts getting going, Sarah Thompson is a solid threat from the three-point line, so we gotta watch her, not let her get hot.
Sarah Thompson looked like she was a bit off during warm-ups, missing a lot short, but able to find her shot right there, the big three-pointer, giving the Bruins a 3-point advantage. Substitutions now for head coach Jared Sellers. Sailors in for Boyd, McElhaney in. Head coach Jared Sellers looking to put some more offense on the court, trying to get back in this one. Smith also back into the game. She feeds it inside, Hardy, kickback, moving it around. Emma Hardy. That shot no good, Lefew picking up yet another rebound. She's having a good game already for the Lady Bruins. Rachel Smith, check that, Lauren Smith a bit too strong, and she's going to pick up a foul. Mabel, the Bruins already in a heap of foul trouble here in the early going of this one.
I think the reason why they have some trouble with foul trouble here anyway, anytime they come, is because our refs are a little bit different. I know usually when I would play at Bob Jones, I felt like their refs were really touchy. They were calling hand checks. They were calling different things like that. And they're not going to get those same calls here. Our refs, I feel like, look at the game kind of a different way. And so if that's something that you're not accustomed to, well, you can get yourself in some trouble pretty quick. So I don't know. Maybe that's probably why they're having a little bit of trouble adjusting to the calls.
Sailors drives inside, finds Hardy, back out, McElhaney, 3 coming, no good. Sandra McElhaney 0 for 2 so far. Lefew up ahead now. Hardy getting back, layup, no good. Eva Hardy playing probably the best game of her freshman year so far. McElhaney inside, blocking foul. That one going to go on Ledford. And McElhaney going to head to the free throw line. Definitely starting to notice the emphasis that head coach Jared Sellers put on driving the ball inside tonight, and it's paying off with a lot of Bruins already in some major foul trouble.
Oh, definitely, and that's probably the best thing they can do right now, just keep attacking and making the Bruins either back down or be in foul trouble and kind of making them pay from the free throw line.
McElhaney hit her first. Lady Eagles now down by 2 with 5:31 remaining. A low-scoring contest so far. Alvarez going to come up with a big rebound. Over to Sailors for the lead. No good. Battle for it. Emma Hardy coming up with it. Hardy trying to save that one. That one going to come out of bounds. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor, 32nd. Timeout by the Lady Bruins. We're going to take a break as well. And we're back. Ledford bringing it in. Finds Rachel Smith. Three-pointer is good. 22-17 Lady Bruins. Thompson able to get the strip, and she's going to go the other way. Thompson on Smith, off the glass and good. And we're going to get a timeout by head coach Jared Sellers. Not pleased with his team's performance out of the last timeout. Mabel, the Lady Eagles looking a little flat on defense so far in this one.
Well, Bob Jones came out firing as soon as they came out of that and hit that big three, and then we have to protect the rock. This entire game, this whole 40 minutes, we have to play like the rock is gold. We have to protect it like it's super important, because it is. Bob Jones is going to start to maximize on every mistake that we make, especially if they start to feel comfortable from the three-point line. They're going to maximize. They're going to make us pay for everything that we do. So we have to be able to protect the rock and produce offensively by getting stops defensively, which we're not doing right now.
In these type of games, every mistake is magnified. When you're playing teams as good as Bob Jones University, you can't afford to get away with as many mistakes as the Lady Eagles are making. They've gotten away with several throughout the beginning of this game, but you cannot expect a team as good as the Bruins to continue to make those mistakes. So the Lady Eagles going to need to start cleaning up those mistakes and starting to force the Bruins into mistakes of their own.
Definitely. Like I said at the beginning of the game, Bob Jones is a very mentally tough team. So they're not the type of team that's just going to give up or roll over before a game is over. They're going to fight all the way to the last buzzer. We have to be ready for that.
Boyd going to check in at the next stoppage. Smith, Sailors, Alvarez, McElhaney, and Hardy on the court out of the timeout. McElhaney going to pull again, and that one doesn't hit anything. Lady Eagles just 3 for 19 from behind the three-point arc. That's a lot of three-pointers to have already taken, Mabel.
Definitely. I mean, I know coach encourages them to be at a certain threshold of shots taken by the end of a game. We're just not finishing them. We just need to connect. And I think we're kind of getting in our own head a little bit, especially like Sandra. She was in a little funk for a while. One of our strongest offensive players, definitely, but still kind of in a little bit of a mental funk. Hopefully she doesn't get into that this game.
That foul there going to go on Rachel Clark. That's only her first. One of the lone Bruins not in foul trouble right now. Alvarez going to head to the free throw line. Lady Eagles going to shoot 2 the rest of the way in this quarter. The team just 4 for 10 from the free throw line so far. Going to need to improve on that. You've got to get the free ones in games like this.
Definitely, especially with a team like Bob Jones, who once they get into a groove, they're going to start to make us pay for everything. We have to make them pay too for fouling us.
6-point game after that free throw. Next one coming. Alvarez missing the second. Lefevue coming up with a rebound. I feel like I've said that a lot tonight. That's her 9th rebound. Kylie Lefevue making a difference on the glass for the Lady Bruins so far. Thompson double teamed in the corner. Able to find Shoup. Cross court now. That's Weidman. Back Thompson. Pull up. No good. Boyd coming down with it. Hardy kick back. Boyd 3-pointer. No good. Another thing I feel like I've said a lot tonight. Emma Hardy now. 3-pointer again. No good. Lady Eagles just cannot find their shot from distance right now. We saw this kind of last night as well. They were able to turn it around in the second half, but the first half just missing and missing. And their offense tends to go a little bit stagnant if they're not hitting from behind the 3-point arc.
Definitely, but these are the times where you see who your players are that can rise up and handle the pressure. Hopefully somebody will step up to the plate.
Thompson from way downtown. No good. Smith going to push it now. Joyce Smith, she's been quiet tonight, sits just 4 points away. Sailors try to get it to Smith. Thompson steals it, and then Smith going to pick up a foul. That's only her first. But Joyce Smith having a bit of a frustrating evening tonight. She wants to get that 1,000-point marker out of the way. Just 4 points away. Bruins reset now with 2:28 remaining, up by 6. Thompson working on Boyd. Boyd got to be careful. Pull up there by Thompson is good. Lady Eagles down by 8, searching for answers. Sailors trying to find one, no good. Lefevue already with 10 rebounds in this one. Thompson pull-up jumper, no good. Now Shoup.
I think this is where we kind of start to see where a little bit of our exhaustion as well as frustration because our shots aren't going in kind of starts to get to our head. And Bob Jones is not the kind of team that's like that. If they're not hitting or if they're not producing, they're still going to have that mental edge. That's something that we definitely need to strengthen. The girls on the court kind of look frustrated right now. They don't even look comfortable. So I really hope that they can kind of get over that mental block that they're dealing with right now so they can start to produce offensively.
Smith inside, Emma Hardy spinning layup. No good, but she's going to head to the free throw line. Mabel, you have to like the ball movement on that possession. So far tonight, you've seen the Lady Eagles pulling a lot of early shots in the shot clock. Those are not falling. They work it around, find a good look inside, and Emma Hardy does the rest.
Well, I think we definitely need to do a better job of that. We're kind of blowing up the offense really quickly in the shot clock when we have time to run our sets and run our stuff. And I know that's something that Coach Sellers definitely harps on, to get the best possible looks that we can and to put the ball in the post when we see numbers. Thankfully, Emma's still working hard down there, and Grace coming in off the bench as well will work hard. But we just need to start to maximize on us putting the ball in the paint.
Hardy hitting them both. Those are big. Lady Eagles back within 6. Some more pressure coming from the Lady Eagles. Baker up on Thompson in the backcourt. That one, maybe a turnover. McElhaney trying to get there, but Thompson able to control it. 10-second violation for the Lady Bruins. You don't often see Heather Sellers get up off the bench, but she got up there wanting that call.
Yeah, she and Sellers both. I love that about Coach. He's a really smart coach. He's very astute. He knows what's going on at all times during the game. It was really smart of him to see that happening right there and kind of help the refs make that call.
Sometimes the refs just need a little bit of help. Here comes McElhaney. Yes! Sandra McElhaney finally finds one, It's a three-point game. And on the other end, trying to pick up the steal. That one, we thought it went off left view, but the refs saw it otherwise. (26-23). McElhaney finally finding one, and that one was huge.
Yeah, hopefully she'll start to get rolling now. Unfortunately, we didn't get that call. The fans didn't like it either, but that's all right. Hopefully we'll have a good defensive stand right here and go do something else on the other side.
Shoot, passes up the three-pointer inside, no good. Possession arrow in favor of the Lady Bruins. Imdek and McElhaney getting tied up there. That gave Lauren Smith the opportunity to get in there and get the tie up. Smith and Hardy. That foul goes on Emma Hardy. Smith missing both. Lady Eagles coming the other way with a chance to tie. Alvarez has got it. She's going to work it inside. Kick to McElhaney. Alvarez working it inside. Hardy up with it. Blocked and deflected out of bounds, but the Lady Eagles going to keep it.
Emma looked a little frustrated. She looked like she wanted that early contact call, but that's something that we might not get. We just got to be able to fight through that.
Shot clock and game clock nearly identical, and the Lady Eagles with a mental mistake. Shot clock going to be turned off. Bruins more than likely going to hold for the last shot. They're up by 3, looking to make it more as we get ready to head to the half here in Pensacola, Florida.
Those are the kind of breakdowns that we can't have. Doesn't matter, we still have another half to play. Every single possession is important in a game like this. So we really got to do a little bit of a better job of staying mentally engaged so that we don't make those kind of mistakes.
Bruins going to have to go the entire distance of the court. Lady Eagles getting in some full court pressure here, looking to make that difficult. Weidman able to blow past Baker. Weidman inside. That's a travel. That's a great play right there by Lauren Alvarez, not to foul, but to get in the vision of Weidman and cause her to walk.
Yeah, definitely. Even though I don't think she should have gotten past that first line of defense so easily, thankfully Alvarez was there and was smart about it.
McElhaney almost hit it at the buzzer, but we're going to head to the half, 26-23 after 2 quarters of action. Mabel, the Lady Eagles, getting back into it here in the second quarter. We all know how good head coach Jared Sellers is at making adjustments at the half. I mentioned pregame last year, sitting in the same position, even worse. Lady Eagles coming out in the second half. 31-2 run to start the second half. Talk to me about what they're going to need to do different here at the beginning of the second half.
Well, this is what's great about having a coach like Sellers, who is always even keel mentally when it comes to games like this. He understands, obviously, wanting to win, and he understands the pressure that the girls feel like they're under, but he kind of keeps them level-headed, and he's really smart about his tactics and his plans, for especially for going into a second half like this in a rivalry game where we're down. I think the Lady Eagles overall did not put a good defensive half together, and I think that's kind of what's getting into their heads. I know they're worried more about the offensive side, but really, to me, the defense is kind of what produces the offensive side. And so seeing some of those shots fall down at the end of that quarter, obviously a good momentum shift there, but we have to keep rolling on the momentum shifts, not just let us have good moments and then fall back into those funks again.
Lady Eagles going to need to rally here in the second half if they hope to extend that 9-game winning streak. We're going to throw it back to the sponsors. We'll be back in about 5 minutes with an interview with former Lady Eagle great Lauren Battle, and then we'll be back to break down what you just saw in the first half.
You only have one life. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to influence your world for Christ? This is a place where you can be empowered to fulfill God's calling and pursue your passion.
Working as a physical therapist, it is a ministry all its own to just build a relationship with the people. I mean, that's my ultimate goal, is I want to help people get better.
I want to go to law school, get into a cybersecurity program. That way I can incorporate both programming and law, protecting companies from cybercrime.
I love being around people, and I love learning about people. I knew that with nursing, it wasn't just about helping people physically, like it was helping them spiritually too. That's what's important in life.
As I began to pray more, God, I have a huge decision to make. Where am I going to go to school? I only have one life. What do you want me to do with it? And He began to show me that what I enjoy doing can be used for His honor and for His glory. God led me to Pensacola Christian College to pursue my passion for finance through a biblical perspective.
I had told my pastor before coming here, I was like, I don't really like school, but I know I need to go for nursing. So I'm gonna go and I'll have to study really hard, and I just didn't really look forward to it. But now, like on my third year, learning is so much fun, and I didn't feel like that freshman year.
I'll look back and I'll be like, man, I remember I used to struggle with that. And then maybe a freshman looks at what I'm doing and they're like, what are you even looking at? I'm like, this is easy stuff.
Incrementally, we're ready to do more, we're ready to face more, and to say, this may not be the easiest thing I've ever done, but it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
Last summer, I did an internship in Germany in a genetics lab, and I was able to use the techniques and tools I had learned in the labs here over there, and it made so much more sense because I already knew what I was doing and why I was doing it.
I think teaching is communicating facts, but I think the bottom line for me with teaching is connecting the material so the students not only know it, but appreciate it and also know how to use it.
My teaching isn't about me, it's about where God is taking each individual student down the road.
We have great faculty, and they honestly inspire me. Seeing all of these faculty members who have doctorates, you can definitely see what they've learned reflected through what they teach.
They'll constantly tell you, if you need something, come talk to me. I've had teachers other places, and they'll say that, but if you go up to them, they don't really want to give you the time or try to respond. And here, it's just totally different. You can just have a really good teacher-student relationship.
The faculty are saying it's going to take hard work and dedication to be the best at whatever you're doing for God's glory. That philosophy will always work.
Sometimes they'll ask us, what verse do you think would apply to this? How a verse would relate to a situation.
Biblical worldview is seeing all of my life through what God has shown us in Scripture.
And that's one of the reasons why I chose PCC in the first place, is to have faculty that love God to help me further my spiritual walk with Christ.
If my goal is to be in the will of God, it helps so much to know that my teacher has that same goal.
Everything that I see here is Christ-centered. Their main purpose is, we want you to see more of Jesus Christ. That is what I see in PCC.
Why is PCC here? It's to change lives and make them more like Christ. I hope that I can just have a little part of molding and shaping them like the Lord Jesus Christ.
They want students to come out of PCC and to make an influence and an impact on the world. I think their goal really is to change the world, and they do it one student at a time.
As president of PCC, I want you to know that we're committed to providing an excellent liberal arts education that's built upon the foundation and truths of God's Word. We won't compromise on biblical principles, and our purpose is to equip you for whatever it is God's called you to do. Make the most of this opportunity in life, and choose the college that best prepares you for that calling. PCC has so much to offer. We're located just minutes from the beautiful sugar white sands and emerald waters of Pensacola Beach. We're known for providing the best education value among accredited Christian colleges. And we have great facilities and activities that'll provide memorable experience to your college life. So as you think to the future and think about choosing a college, don't just choose a college because of its location, near home or by the beach. Don't just choose a Christian college because it's affordable like PCC is. And don't just choose a college because your friends go there and it looks like a fun place to attend. Choose a Christian college because God's called you there. Because that place will empower you to influence the world for Christ in whatever God's called you to do.
And we're back as we get ready for the second half, but joined first by former Lady Eagle great Lauren Battle, down here to watch her sister playing senior night last night. Saw her here, decided it was worth getting her on the broadcast to talk a little bit about your career. Lauren, now I know you graduated with an education degree. I'll go ahead and ask you first, what are you up to these days? Are you teaching? And if so, where?
Okay, I am back home in Macon, Georgia. I am teaching elementary PE at a Christian school there in town, and I also got to be an assistant coach for varsity girls basketball. So that was a great experience, and definitely able to take what I got here from playing with the Eagles and all the classes as well. Taking that and using that in the classroom and also on the floor.
So continuing to stay around the game, you had a pretty good example of a head coach. Go ahead and I always like to ask this normally it's in the end, but we'll throw it in right now. Maybe give me a good story about head coach Jared Sellers. I've heard some good ones. Alyssa had a good one last year, so you're going to have to follow that one up.
Okay. Well, I remember last year when we played Bob Jones at Greenville, and we had a practice before the big game, and he got so frustrated with us, and which is, I guess, typical. But that particular day, he was really frustrated with us, and we were like, we were a little worried, like, oh, man, what's going to happen? But that was probably one of the best practices that we had overall, just because we were very bonded together through that. And we came and we wound up beating Bob Jones there by 1 point. Marley Moore had a free throw at the end to put us up by 1. So we got the win that next day, and so it was all worth it.
And if I kind of remember right, that victory right there is kind of almost what propelled you guys throughout the rest of the season. End up finishing third in the country, falling in that national semifinal. I know that game probably still hurts a little bit, but that game really kind of propelled you. Now looking at a game like this, playing at home against Bob Jones, you're down at the half. I know that last year you were a part of one of the greatest comebacks I have ever seen on this court. Talk to me a little bit about what turned into being a 31-2 run at the beginning of the third quarter last year.
That was probably the craziest game I've ever experienced as well. We went into the half down by, I don't even remember how many, maybe 6-8 points or maybe more. And then we came out and my team didn't quit. I remember Joy Smith starting it off and getting some steals, making some buckets, and yeah, we all came together. We started making baskets and holding them on defense, and yeah, I had that 31-2 run and wound up winning by a good amount, but it was awesome experience.
Now you mentioned early on you're up teaching up in Georgia, but I heard you've got a pretty exciting life event coming up this summer. Go ahead and talk to me a little bit about that.
I'm getting married in May, and very excited for that. So we're 97 days away.
Okay.
But after that, we'll be working at the Wilds Christian Camp up in North Carolina.
Great.
And looking at future plans after that.
Well, that's exciting to hear. Before I let you go, I did want to take an opportunity to ask you what your prediction is for the end of this one. It's 26-23 at the half. Lady Eagles, a notoriously good second half team. Where do you think this one's going to end?
I definitely think we'll come out on top. I think it'll be a close game to end it, but I think we'll definitely come out on top, maybe by Maybe 4 or 5.
Okay.
How about that?
You heard it there. Lauren Battle says it's going to be a 4 or 5 point game at the end. Lauren, I want to thank you for jumping on the broadcast with me. Best of luck, and let me say congratulations ahead of time on getting married this spring, and we look forward to seeing you back whenever you can.
Appreciate it.
Have
Thanks.
a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
And we're back as we get ready for second half action in this one. Lady Eagles trail by 3 at the half. An extremely low-scoring first half for the Lady Eagles. 26-23 is the score. We're just 2 minutes away from second half tip-off. I want to take a moment now to go down through some of the stats that you just saw from that first half. Eva Hardy, the leading scorer for the Lady Eagles, off the bench with only 6. She played well, was a difference maker. 3 other Lady Eagles with 4 points apiece: Emma Hardy, Jessica Boyd, Sandra McElhaney. And for the Lady Bruins, the leading scorer so far, Sarah Thompson, followed up by Kylie Lefew, who's got 5 points and 11 rebounds. Mabel, Kylie Lefew has been a wrecking ball on the boards tonight. Talk to me about the difference she's making right now for the Lady Eagles and or the Lady Bruins, and how the Lady Eagles can combat that in the second half.
She's always a threat on the board. She just finds a way to get her hands on the ball, and that's the kind of player that you want as a coach. Honestly, I have to respect how much of an edge she plays with. She plays with tenacity. She wants every rebound. She wants every loose ball, and we have to match the intensity in order to finish this half well.
Both teams shooting uncharacteristically poor in this one. The Bruins 9 for 32, 4 for 14 from behind the three-point arc. The Lady Eagles even worse, 6 for 28, and a horrible 4 for 24 from behind the three-point arc. 24 of their 28 shots coming from behind the three-point arc. What needs to change in this second half in order for them to start scoring?
They just got to relax. I mean, even sitting, I went and talked to Coach even at the half, and he just told them, look, knock the ball, knock the shots down. And the thing is, a lot of times we get into a mode where we feel like one shot is going to get us back in the game, or one shot's going to win a game, and that's not true. There's still plenty of basketball left to play. When your feet are set, shoot the rock. When they're not, drive it, dish it, put it in the post, keep attacking them in the paint. But they just need to do what they do every day at practice, at every game that they've been playing. Every win that they've gotten this season is because they run their stuff, and they just need to get back to running their stuff and not letting Bob Jones control what they do on the offensive end.
Mabel, before the game, you predicted a Lady Eagles victory. You still feeling good about that prediction?
Definitely. I think that with a frustrating first half, a lot of these players we kind of have the same mentality, and it's, well, now I'm frustrated and I want to go produce in the second half. Hopefully it's not become a mental block, like I don't know if we're going to win this game. We need to stop playing like we're afraid to lose and start playing like we want to win. It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to miss a shot. It's okay to have those little things that don't exactly go perfectly in a game. That's just basketball. We need to overcome that and play a good second half.
Now, heading into the second half, who's that one player right now that really needs to step up for the Lady Eagles if they hope to come away with it?
I really think Joyce Smith needs to get in her groove. I think she's feeling a little bit of pressure from those 4 points that she needs to complete that 1,000. Hopefully that's not going to cost her a good game in the second half. But we really need to see her step up. We need to see Jess step up. We need to see Sandy knock some shots down. And the Lady Eagles just got to do what they need to offensively.
Ball threaded inside. That foul going to go on Lefew. That's her third. Lady Eagles trying to continue to force the Bruins into some foul trouble. Good pass inside there by Boyd. Imdek heading to the line. Imdek misses that first one. Lady Eagles in the first half. They shot just 50% from the free throw line, 7 for 14, needing to improve from the free throw line if they hope to walk away with a victory. Lefew picking up the rebound after the second miss by Imdek. That's 12 for Kylie Lefew. Thompson swings it over to Bedsall. I'd say, Mabel, for the Lady Bruins, you didn't see Sydney Bedsall much in the first half. She got into some early foul trouble. She was scoring early on, so that's going to be big for them to have her back.
but definitely being in some early foul trouble, kind of having to sit on the bench. Maybe she's gotten a little bit cold. We'll see how she comes out in the second half, but they already knocked a shot down here, a two-pointer right there, so we have to start maximizing on their mistakes, which we honestly didn't just do right now.
Bruins going the other way, up by 5. Ledford cutting into the lane, throws it up, and Hardy there again. Emma Hardy, she's got 3 blocks already in this one. More full court pressure from the Lady Bruins. Smith up ahead, McElhaney, Lady Eagles with numbers. McElhaney gonna drive, left-hand layup is good. Mabel, I'd have to say, in this level of basketball, Sandra McElhaney has one of the better left-handed layups that I've seen.
Well, she's a lefty, so that's her strong side, but she can do a little bit with her right, obviously, but yeah, she definitely is a really strong left-handed. She looks comfortable on that side, and a really solid shooter.
Lady Eagles trying to get it across half court. Edwards gonna get the tip. Lady Eagles been a little bit out of sorts here to start the second half. We've been kind of waiting for them to pick it up, and they just haven't done it so far.
Well, the thing is, this team is going to reflect their leadership, and right now our leadership is looking a little bit frazzled, and so that's going to kind of trickle down to the team. But Sellers is trying to keep them under control. Like I said, I talked to him at the half, and he wants them to trust what he's doing, to trust their offense and run their offense, and if they don't, they're going to lose this game.
Leftview's layup, no good. She's going to battle for it and come away with it. Bruins resetting. Right now, Mabel, it just looks like the Bruins want this game a little bit more than the Lady Eagles.
Yep, I said it from the beginning of the game. I say it every time I see them step into the gym. They just have that mental presence about them that no matter what they do, if they miss a layup or they miss a shot or they get a turnover, they're going to fight just as hard for the next one as they did for the last. So we really, really need to match their intensity or we're going to get ourselves in a hole that we do not want to be in going into the fourth.
Smith, quarterback pass up ahead. Leftview was there. Now Imdak on Leftview. Layup, no good. Right there, you really would have liked to seen Imdak take on Leftview inside. Leftview's got 3 fouls. Would have been good to get her a 4th with how good she's been for the Lady Bruins so far.
Yeah, what Grace needs to up, which she has moments of where she wants the ball, where she's fighting for it and grinding for it. She has those moments. She needs to just all around just take on that role and become that player. Take it straight to the racks, especially with her size, and she should be able to finish against somebody like Leftview, especially under pressure the way that she is with her fouls.
The flex cut offense for the Lady Eagles. McElhaney for 3, bang! McElhaney stepping up. It's been the freshman tonight for the Lady Eagles. Eva Hardy was 6. McElhaney, with that bucket, give her 7. She now leads the Lady Eagles in scoring. She's going to need to continue to hit if the Lady Eagles want to get back in it. Ledford looking for an opening. That one going to go off Ledford and out of bounds. Lady Eagles catch a break. Going to have a chance to come down and tie it. They haven't been able to get that magic ball to tie it in this game. They're going to see if they can do it right here. And McElhaney, here it comes again. No good. Imdak, though, coming down with it. Possession arrow now in favor of the Lady Bruins. But as you can see, this head coach Jared Sellers didn't tell the team at the half to stop shooting. He wants them to continue to shoot in this second half.
Well, that's something that you really can't, you really can't control as a coach, but you don't want to see your team stop shooting. You don't want them to back down because those shots are going to fall. We have a good shooting team. The shots are going to fall. We just got to keep taking them.
Here comes Jessica Boyd. That one good. Tie ball game. Sandra McElhaney with the assist, making a difference, and Jessica Boyd finally finding the bottom of the net. All we need now, Joyce Smith to find her shot.
Well, see, Noah, even with that shot, Jessica looked comfortable. She looked comfortable shooting it. Her feet were set. She was ready to go in rhythm. And that's the kind of shots that they need to be taking. Those are the kind of shots that they work on at practice. Those are the kind of shots that fall. So those are the kind of shots we need to be taking, not the forced ones that we were taking in the first half.
If you're the Lady Bruins, you've got to start getting a little bit scared if the Lady Eagles able to find that 3 ball. As we've seen the last couple of games, they're able to put up a lot of points in a hurry. Edwards inside, bobbles it. Layup no good. Lady Eagles coming down with a chance to take their first lead in this one. Smith, kick out, Imdak. Ball fed inside, Hardy. And we're going to get an offensive foul call there. That one tough on Hardy. She has not been able to get it going inside tonight for the Lady Eagles. Bedsall picked up by McElhaney. McElhaney making her work. Leftview's got it, finds Ledford in the corner. Threaded inside, Bedsall up with it, off the glass. And no good, but she's going to head to the free throw line. Sydney Bedsall missing most of that first half due to foul trouble, but already making a difference here in the second half.
I don't know if I like that last call right there on Emma Hardy, but she's in some trouble now with 4 fouls.
Bedsall hits that one. Emma Hardy now going to check out with 4 fouls. It definitely helps, though, when you've got a former 3-time defending second-team all-region player like Marley Moore off the bench. Really goes to show the depth for this Lady Eagles basketball team.
Oh, yeah, definitely. She's going to be a loss for us for sure. Next season, her length is always a good thing to have in the post. She's just a presence because she's so tall and long.
Bedsall hits them both. Bruins back up. This one could turn into a back-and-forth battle. Smith still searching for her first point in this one. Here's an opportunity. Joyce Smith, no good. Battle for the basketball. Thompson coming down with it. Joyce Smith still searching for that bucket. Thompson kickback blocked by McElhaney. Boyd going to come away with it, and here come the Lady Eagles.
Sandra's definitely gotten quicker through the season, but while she's not as fast as our other guards, her length is unbelievably difficult to shoot over. As you saw right there where she got a tip on that ball and almost got that knockdown three over there. She's hard to defend because she's long, but she's also hard to shoot against because she's long. So even if she's a step or two or half a step behind, she can catch up because of her length. That's a really good advantage to have at the guard position.
Bruins working up by 2. Here's Bedsall. Ledford tried to thread it inside, but Moore doing a good job on Edwards. Bedsall pull up over Boyd. That one no good, but Leftview, as I've said all night, been able to come away with another one. Ledford drives, Moore straight up with it. And the Bruins continue to want the basketball more than the Lady Eagles right now. Boyd and Smith up ahead. Lady Eagles just making mistakes that we're not used to seeing them make right now, Mabel.
Bob Jones just finds a way to get us frantic, and we need to slow the pace down. Bob Jones cannot control the pace of this game, or else it's going to be a really long last part of this third quarter and a really long fourth quarter. We have to slow it down and play our game at our pace, run our sets, make them keep up with our offense, and make them have to battle against our defense just like they're making us do on the other end.
Now talk to me a little bit about Joyce Smith right now. She's pressing, obviously. She's trying to get to 1,000 points, sitting 4 away right now. Thought she'd get it pretty early on, but just has not been able to get it going. She's been playing well on defense, so how can she translate that into something on offense?
The reason why Joyce Smith is such a good player to have is because she is such a solid lockdown defender. And even if she's not producing on the offensive end, we know that she's going to lock down on defense. But like I said, defense produces offense. She just needs to keep working on hard on the defensive end. I'm wondering if being just 4 points away has become a mental block for Joyce Smith.
Smith cross court to Boyd, back to Imdek, finding Smith. Here it comes. That one long. Joyce Smith, it started last night, just was not able to hit that three-pointer. She started to in the second half, but has not had it tonight. 33-31 on the scoreboard, 2:56 left in this third quarter. Extremely low-scoring defensive battle right now. Neither team hitting with consistency from the field. Shoup finds Leftview. Leftview working, and Moore there again. And Shoup gonna pick up the foul. Marley Moore, her third block tonight with Hardy in foul trouble. How big has it been for Marley Moore to come in and step up and play the way she's playing right now, Mabel?
Well, she has to because Emma she plays with an edge on defense, definitely. She gets that look in her eye like, this is my pain and I'm not going to let you come score in there, or you're going to feel it if you try to. So Marley has to be that intense and that aggressive. Marley a little bit more of a sensitive player, I guess you could say, because that's just kind of her personality. But she can't have that kind of personality in a game like this. She has to play with the same intensity that Emma does. And I really think she is. She's stepping up and getting those big blocks. That's exactly what we need. Now we just need to see her attack offensively in the paint like Emma was.
Boyd misses that one. Bruins getting fortunate right there. Pull up by Edwards is good. Lady Bruins just seem to be getting the rolls right now. They're up by 4. Lady Eagles searching for answers. You can see it's in Smith's head right now. That's a shot she normally pulls. Backside. Moore in the middle is good.
Marley has that characteristic soft touch when she shoots the ball. It's so awesome to watch when she's able to connect those little shots like that. That makes her a really good center to have. And I'm loving watching her pursue even those rebounds right there where she kind of has to grind out and fight for them. That's a fun side of Marley to see in a game like this.
That's big there if you're the Lady Bruins. 4 fouls on Delaney Edwards. She's really the only size the Bruins have. With Hardy in foul trouble, Moore may be able to do some work inside. Lady Eagles spin it around back. Moore able to get her long arms on it. Sailors to Smith. Smith gonna pull that one. And again, no good. Joy Smith, a frustrating ball game so far, but never write her off. Thompson, nothing there. I believe Smith may have gotten a piece on that one. Smith in transition. Sailors finding Boyd. Cross court to Smith. Sailors from distance. It's good! Haley Sailors giving the Lady Eagles the lead. Joy Smith finding the open man there. She's not scoring, but she's trying to make a difference. Shoup gets the rebound, that one good. Sailors feeling it. Alvarez coming away with it. Definitely a lot of contact there, but nothing called. 36-37. Lady Bruins coming the other way. Here's Shoup. That one way long. Alvarez couldn't get enough on that one, and we're going to head to the fourth quarter here. 37-36. Mabel shaping up to be a good one.
I mean, we knew it was coming. Bob Jones always gives us a good game on our home court. It's a lot of fun to watch. And I think Coach Sellers is a super intelligent coach, like I said. The Lady Eagles, I think, are going to be able to mentally overcome this and come out with this win in the fourth quarter. But we can never write Bob Jones off. Bob Jones is going to fight it to the very, very last buzzer. And that's what makes it fun to play against them. It's a good rivalry, but we have to be able to handle the pressure of a rivalry. And we've had a couple little mental breakdowns that kind of are making us second guess our ability really on the offensive end when we really shouldn't, when we're such an offensive threat across the boards as a team. So we really need to trust our ability to score and just knock shots down and have a good time in the fourth quarter.
Now, we mentioned the struggles of Joy Smith so far, pressing a little bit. But if you're head coach Jared Sellers, what are you telling her in the huddle right now? And if you're her teammate, what are you telling her when she's struggling and down right now?
Well, as a coach, I'd probably just look at her and tell her, knock it down. Shoot the rock and knock it down. Stop thinking about it so much. And even as a teammate, I remember being on the bench and seeing some of my teammates struggling that way as well. And basketball is basketball. It's a beautiful game because it comes to you, and that's what makes it so much fun. So that's what I would tell her in the fourth quarter, to stop forcing it, stop thinking about it so much. She's second-guessed every shot she's taken. You can see it in her eyes when she catches the ball. And that's not the Joy Smith that we normally see. I would just tell her catch the ball and shoot it, and we got her back. We'll clean up the rebounds when we need to, but we're expecting her to knock big shots down.
Lady Eagles down by 1 as we head to the fourth quarter. They get the basketball. Sailors going to run the point. Lady Eagles starting to warm up a little bit from behind the three-point arc, hitting a few in that quarter three. They're going to need a few more. Moore, pull-up jumper, no good. Thompson coming down with it. Frustration on the face of the Lady Eagles right now. It's been a long, hard-fought game so far, but there's a long way to go in this one. Weidman finding Thompson. Good closeout by Boyd. Weidman kick, Thompson, step back. Now to Shoup, here it comes. That one knocked down, Madison Shoup. Only her 5th points tonight. She leads the Lady Bruins, but she's been quiet so far. Moore spinning inside.
But really got to give Shoup props. She's a solid player, a solid power forward. She can do it all. She can dribble, she can drive, she can shoot, she can rebound, she can score. She's a great player. A really big knockdown right there. Sellers warned them about that, though, at the half. Can't leave her open in the corner. She'll knock it down every time.
Alvarez going to inbound it now. Finds Moore. Kickback. Alvarez pull-up three. No good. Moore going to come down with it. Smith. That's going to be a foul there on Lauren Smith. She didn't like that call. Mabel, another thing tonight, I feel like I'm harping on Joey Smith a lot, but I really want to see her get it going. You just have not seen her try to take the ball into the paint.
No, like I said, I really hope this whole scoring 4 more points to get to her 1,000 isn't what's keeping her from being able to score the rock. She really just needs to loosen up. Whether she gets 1,000 or not, what's important really is getting a W in the book, in the record book, and that's really what we want to do in this game. We're trying to go into regionals, rolling and with some momentum. So Joy as a leader has to be able to overcome that. She doesn't have to be the leading scorer. She doesn't have to be the best player on the floor right now. She just needs to be what her team needs to get this win.
Weideman now with the ball up top, trying to find Thompson in the corner. Thompson able to control it. And now the Lady Bruins reset. Three by Weideman. That one tickled the rafters, but it went down. 43-36 Bruins. Alvarez doing work inside, and one. Lauren Alvarez going to try to match the three-pointer on the other side with one of her own. Wanting to do it the difficult way, but she's going to head to the free throw line, looking to get the Lady Eagles back within 4. And now you're going to see McElhaney and Hardy.
What I like seeing about Alvarez is I like watching her play in the post. She doesn't play like she's short. She plays like she's one of the bigs. She's trying to get every rebound and clean up every loose ball. And she's usually a pretty solid shooter from the free throw line. Unable to finish right there, but just cleaning that up and a good finish. So hopefully the Lady Eagles can kind of keep this momentum up.
Weideman driving, kicking. Shot no good, but the Lady Bruins coming away with an offensive rebound. A near turnover, but Thompson able to control it. Offensive foul. That foul there going to go on number 15, Rachel Clark. Lady Eagles seem to be giving all of the opportunities to get back into this game, but they're going to need to capitalize on one of them. Sailors, 2 Sailors. Hardy now back in the game with 4 fouls. Kick back, McElhaney, here it comes. That one to the left and off. Weideman now pushing the pace for the Lady Bruins. Thompson step back. Good job by McElhaney there. Here's Shoup. That one no good. But Weideman able to come down with it. Backdoor cut. Shoup off the glass and good. Madison Shoup starting to come around for the Lady Bruins. Lauren Alvarez will drive inside, off the glass. And we're going to get a charge call. Shoup picking it up. Alvarez and Sailors out. Smith and Boyd back in. You may see those two in the rest of the way. Lady Eagles going to need a big performance from Joy Smith down the stretch if they hope to come away with it. Weidman drives, finds Shoup. No good, but Shoup coming down with it again. Lady Eagles. That one going to be short. Battle for it. Smith gets there. She's able to keep it. Good screen by Sailors. Smith needing to drive inside. Backside, here comes Jessica Boyd. No good. Good job by Smith there.
Wow.
Smith getting hit right there and nothing getting called. The fans letting him hear it.
Oh, man, she really battled for that. I'm surprised there wasn't a call there, especially with the calls they've been calling thus far in the paint against Bob Jones. Surprised that there wasn't anything called right there, but we really got to watch Shoup, especially on this defensive set right here. She kind of seems to be getting her hands on the ball a little bit too much for comfort.
Weidman drives, finds Smith backdoor. Bruins up by 7. Lady Eagles in danger of letting this one get away. Hardy will pull the long-range bomb. There it is, Emma Hardy. The Lady Eagles back within 4, but they're going to need a little bit more. Timeout on the court, head coach Jared Sellers. Mabel, the Lady Eagles continue to hang around, but they just have not been able to get fully back into this game.
I think they're a little bit too worried about what's going to happen at the final buzzer when there's still 5 minutes and 30 seconds left of basketball to play. They need to be present right now and do what they need to do right now to put themselves in a good position at the end of this quarter. One shot is not going to be the game-winning shot right now, especially with so much basketball left to play. Anything can happen in the next 5 minutes. We have to use things like that really big shot that Emma just knocked down right there. We got to use that momentum to our advantage and stop letting Bob Jones kind of squelch it so fast by being able to produce themselves on the offensive end. Defensive mental breakdowns like that backdoor cut that happened just a little bit ago, we deserve to have them score on us when we're not there when we need to be. So we got to kind of use this momentum and get rolling, hopefully put ourselves in a good position by the end of this quarter.
Lady Eagles down by 4 as the ball comes back into play. 5:26 on the clock. Needing a defensive stop right here. And McElhaney picking up Weidman at the top. Shoup with the easy assist there inside. That was Smith with the finish. Bruins getting punched but coming right back.
That's something that I can definitely appreciate about the Bruins. They never stop coming at you. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard says. They keep coming and keep fighting. So thankfully we got a call right there in the paint. Hopefully Jess can make them pay for fouling her in the post.
Now, despite Joy Smith not scoring, she continues to make good decisions. She's looking to pass, and that may be something that she's just going to have to do here with her shot not falling right now. She may just need to try to make a difference in a different way right now for the Lady Eagles.
Well, and even if she, maybe if she's not able to score like she wants to, maybe moving the ball will open that up for her a little bit more. If she feels comfortable getting some assists, maybe that will kind of get her mentally moving forward so that she can those opportunities can open up for herself as well as she can produce offensively.
Boyd, that's 11 for her. She's been playing well so far for the Lady Eagles, but they're going to need even more. Lady Bruins bringing it the other way, down. Up by 4. Here comes Thompson. No good. Smith in here. This is big for her in transition. That is a huge play for Joy Smith right there. That took all the confidence in the world. She's been down, and what she tried to do there was drive the basketball and make something happen. Here she goes at the free throw line.
She needs to get back to doing that. That's the Joy that we know. She needs to attack the seams when they open up. She needs to take the shots when they open up, even if she hasn't scored her 1,000 point yet. It doesn't matter. What matters is the scoreboard and the W in the record book. She has to get this 1,000-point thing out of her head in this fourth quarter and knock the shot down. Well, once her first shot falls, I think she'll start to feel a little bit better.
There it is. Joy Smith mercilessly getting that point. She's now 3 points away. The Bruins better hope the floodgates don't open like they did last night. Betzel got it, picked up by McElhaney up top. They've got Weidman on the wing and Thompson. Ball fed inside, Edwards to Shoup. That one a bit strong. And here come the Lady Eagles down by 3. Finding McElhaney. She's gonna drive. Layup is good. Lady Eagles back within 1. Here they come, Mabel.
Love seeing how Sandy is really stepping up right now. A naturally kind of quiet, a little bit shy person if you were to meet her, but she has that fire inside of her, and you can see it when she has moments like that, when she finishes a big layup, even there where she was trying to pick that pass off. That's what gives Sandy an edge, even though she's not as outspoken as maybe her teammates. She speaks on the court, and that's what we need.
Weidman driving. She tried to get it through the arms of Moore, but Moore said, not in my house. That one out of bounds, 49-48. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Lady Eagles needing to stay focused right here. Ball fed in. Weidman has it deep. Does she realize how many seconds left? Weidman gonna drive, working on Hardy. Gonna have to throw it up, no good. Lady Eagles need a good offensive possession right here. Here's McElhaney, give it to me. No good, but Smith able to come away with it. Smith keeps it, fed inside, Moore. No good, but she gets it back. Could have easily been a foul, but the official call and jump ball, Lady Eagles to keep it. 49-48, Lady Eagles, they just want to get the lead right now, Mabel.
Yeah, they're starting to look a little bit more hungry, which is a good thing to do. There had to have been some kind of hold there. I mean, Marley is too big to keep, to hold down. So there had to be some contact there. It's all right, though, that we didn't get that call. Hopefully we can get some points up here on the scoreboard with this offensive set.
Jessica Boyd from the corner. No good, but there's Smith. Smith up with it. There it is. Joy Smith getting it. 9-99. Bodies all over the place. Offensive foul. Mabel, the momentum just shifted.
Oh, yeah, and the crowd's getting into it. This is what makes these kind of games fun. They're loving it. Everybody's engaged. Now we just have to produce. We got to produce and be able to handle the pressure.
Maybe Smith saving her final 2 for the game winner. We'll have to see. Lady Eagles up by 1, 50-49. Joy Smith making big-time plays. Inside, Hardy spinning. Edwards now bringing it forward. She's going to look to drive the lane on Moore, and the foul. That one on Marley Moore. The fans on their feet. This game shaping up exactly how we thought it would, Mabel.
I think that's a little bit of a tough call because Marley was moving, and her arms did move when she's supposed to be pretty stationary, so she won't get that call called on her. But that's all right. The crowd's in it. And we'll take it and hopefully be able to respond on the offensive end now after these free throws.
Tie game, 50-50. A lot of postseason implications on the line here. The number 1 ranked team, the number 6 ranked team. This game, everything you could have asked for and more. Smith to Moore in the middle. Back to Smith, Lady Eagles just gonna get it across. That was close to a backcourt. Moore inside, and she's fouled by Lefevue. Marley Moore, she was in this spot last year, and she was ice water from the line. 4 fouls on Kylie Lefevue. That hurts if you're the Bruins.
Oh, definitely, but it's to be expected in the post. Like I said, Marley's too long to guard, so you have to foul her, and that's why earlier we figured we would get that holding call, but that's all right. Lefevue with 4, definitely pressure on her, especially since she's one of their better players.
Moore hits it, one of the better free throw shooters on this team, shooting over 61% on the season. Marley Moore nodding it at 51.
Always a good shooter because Marley has that soft touch, and she's able to finish that second one as well, giving the Lady Eagles a 1-point advantage. We'll see how they finish out this quarter.
Mabel, these are the type of games that you set yourself up for potential runs in the postseason. It's games like this that make a difference both mentally and physically. Lady Eagles, they need to come away with a victory tonight.
That's really what I've kind of been harping on, I feel like, since the beginning of the game, but having a mental edge right now in these moments where we know we're under pressure, it's a close game, and it could go either way. This is where we see whether or not we can rise up. And we have to be able to handle pressure like this, especially if we want to be hanging a national title banner in the next few years. So we'll see how we can handle this pressure.
Timeout on the court. Lady Eagles trail by 1. Check that, they lead by 1, 52-51. Fans been on their feet for the last couple of minutes. The environment has been exactly what you expected in this one. Lady Eagles looking to come away with a big-time victory tonight, but they're going to need to play these last 2:24 the best that they've played all season. Starters back on the court with the exception of Moore. Lady Eagles choosing to go big inside with Edwards and Lefeview both with 4 fouls. Ledford's got it. She's picked up in the half court by Smith. Fans getting into it. Chance of defense ringing out. This is what makes the difference here at home. Bedsall now going to try to feed inside. That's Edwards. Lefeview not able to get that one, and here come the Lady Eagles looking to stretch their lead. Boyd wisely slowing it down. Emotions running high right now for the Lady Eagles. Have to be careful to not let the adrenaline become too much for you.
I can assure you the emotions are not only running high for the Lady Eagles, Noah, they're running high for me as well. I'm pretty stressed out.
Moore inside. That one didn't drop. The crowd hanging on every shot right now, looking for a way to explode. Ledford got it up top. It's getting loud in here, Mabel.
Oh yes, the crowd is in it. This is what makes it so fun to play in front of your home crowd. We got the same reaction when we're at Bob Jones too, so I think we're kind of giving them back a little bit of what they gave us on road trip.
Bedsall going to inbound, 13 seconds on the shot clock. She tries to find Jessica Boyd. We mentioned that matchup early on, those two growing up together. Bedsall has tended to get the better of Boyd in these games, but Boyd not having any of that one right there.
That's huge. That's a huge defensive set for Boyd. I'm sure it was a lot of fun for her with a childhood friend right there.
Smith there tries to get the tie up on Ledford, but she had to reach around her to get it. Official calling the foul. That's only 3 fouls on the Lady Eagles. They've done a good job at keeping their hands off the Bruins in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, definitely. And a foul that we could take, obviously, on the ground right there. They're not shooting free throws, so that's all right. Maybe we just made a statement to the Bruins. We're ready to step up and handle the intensity that they're bringing at us in these last couple seconds.
Bedsall and Thompson tag teaming up top. Bedsall going to find Thompson in the corner. Double team coming. In trouble. Lefeview inside. That could have been a hook. She's not able to get it, and here comes McElhaney. McElhaney, great job there as a freshman to feel the pressure coming and slow it down. Moore off the glass, no good. Tip back. If I'm Sandra McElhaney, though, I don't necessarily mind that foul right there. You don't want the Bruins to get out in transition because they're lethal.
Oh, definitely lethal in transition. What I would like to see them do, though, is be there already. Kind of get a little bit further ahead of them. She was a step or two behind, and that's why that foul was called on her. We got to get out in front of them and stop that transition play a little bit better.
We're under a minute here. It's a 1-point game. They always seem to be this way. There's Lefeview, and the layup is good. Clock stops on the made basket. Head coach Jared Sellers calling a timeout after the Lady Eagles not able to find space, and they're deep in the shot clock, 11 seconds. Mabel, you've been in these huddles before. Head coach Jared Sellers, a wizard at drawing up plays to get people open. If you're him at this point in the ball game, who are you going to?
First of all, Sellers is excellent at drawing up plays under pressure. He's literally a wizard. The people that I would probably look at is either Sandy or Marley in the post. Probably try to get Marley to get maybe an and one and to get some free throws. Or look at Sandy, maybe drawing up a play for her to get a nice open look. Or even her getting a drive to the basket. We've seen her finish a couple times already. But what we're about to start to see here, though, is how this senior leadership can step up and handle what Sellers is drawing up for them on the board. A smart call for him. I think he anticipated a turnover coming that we did not need to see at that point. So hopefully seniors can step up right here and handle this pressure and lead their team to this hard-fought win.
The Lady Eagles needing this one. Number 1 ranked team in the nation, 22-6, 9-game winning streak, looking to extend those records. This one against Bob Jones means even more to them. Head coach Jared Sellers drawing up a play there to get someone open. The Bruins 9 for 14 from the free throw line. If the Lady Eagles aren't able to convert, look for them to foul quickly and try to make the Bruins beat them at the free throw line. And he gets Boyd inside, off the glass, no good. And we're gonna get a timeout to advance it. Mabel, I don't know if you got a chance to watch that game up at Bob Jones, but it's that exact play Jared Sellers drew up there to try to get them back in that game. Jessica Boyd missing that shot. Moore got the rebound, but Moore not there that time.
It really stinks, Noah, because it's good. It's always good to put the ball in the hands of a veteran player in a position like this. That's definitely one that Jess should have finished. I think she was anticipating some contact, which is not what you want to do in the post, especially when you have to score the ball in these situations. Bob Jones being smart to advance it. We really need to be smart defensively right here and try to get this stop.
53-52, 15 seconds left, Bruin basketball. Lady Eagles may look to foul here. They've only had 4. Look for the Lady Eagles to try to trap the ball on the inbound, try to get the steal, and if not, try to get a couple quick fouls and put the Bruins at the line. And if you've enjoyed this one, we've got another one coming up. The guys sitting here watching the Bruins on the other end of the gym, both teams getting ready for their matchup a little later. If you thought this one was good, that next one may be even better. Bruins struggling to get open. The Eagles coaching staff complaining there. Bedsall stepping up to the free throw line. Head coach Jared Sellers not happy there that Bedsall's at the free throw line. It looked like the foul was on Ledford. Ledford knows it. Bedsall hitting it. Head coach Jared Sellers hot there after Bedsall ends up on the free throw line. She was not the one fouled on that play, but she's at the free throw line, hits the first, 54-52 with 14 seconds left.
That's a really bad mistake by the refs right there. All of Bob Jones's benches know it. Their coaching staff knows it. The player that was fouled knows it. But obviously one of their better shooters on the free throw line, that's going to give them an advantage. That's really a bad call by the refs.
But despite the call there, Mabel, this is when great teams step up and make big plays. Even if Bedsall hits this, you're still within 3. You've got plenty of time. Head coach Jared Sellers has some timeouts. He's going to advance it here. And you're going to have a chance to tie the basketball game. Despite what's going on down here, you have to just wipe that out of your head, and you have to focus on what you can affect.
Definitely. Good teams and good leaders overcome, no matter what kind of opposition happens, we know anything can happen in a basketball game. Sellers knows that too. Can't blame him for trying to defend his players and his team. But obviously looking like they changed that call there, so it looks like they're gonna have to reshoot the free throws.
Chance of take it back breaking out here in the arena as the officials try to sort out that mistake. Bedsall shot the first free throw there. And indeed, the shot going to get taken off the scoreboard. Ledford going to actually be at the free throw line. Head coach Jared Sellers able to talk with the officials and get that changed right there. 53-52, and it's going to be Ledford at the free throw line instead of Bedsall.
I'm telling you, Noah, that's the advantage of having a coach like Coach Sellers. He's super astute. He knows what's going on all the time on the court. He saw that foul. He knew the call was wrong. He defended his players, and they were able to change that call.
The two coaches talking right now. Don't really know what this conversation's about. A huge turn of events there. Bedsall stepping up and taking that free throw. Because she was not the shooter, a technical foul is assessed to the Bruins. I don't know what I'm seeing right now. Jessica Boyd at the line, going to have a shot to shoot this one. Jessica Boyd ties it at 53. Now we're going to go to the other end, the Bruins to have two free throws. It's going to get real loud in here, Mabel.
This is why I love basketball, Noah. A smart coach who defended his team, gave us the opportunity to tie the game up. Obviously an intense end to this game, but anything can happen in basketball. That's what makes it so much fun.
Here's Ledford from the line, and she hits. Grayson Ledford playing through the pressure right now, makes it a 1-point Bruin advantage. The second one good as well. Timeout here, head coach Jared Sellers, and we're going to advance it into the front court. Mabel 55-53, shot clock off. Lady Eagles going to be able to hold for that last shot. A lot of pressure right here. You're going to have to draw up a play to go to someone. Who are you going to in this situation?
Oh man, Noah. Thankfully, I'm not in the position to have to make that decision, but I would probably look to go into the post with somebody. We have the height advantage right now, maybe with Marley going at somebody like LeFew, who's in foul trouble, or maybe giving the ball to Sandy, who can knock down big shots when we need her to, and so obviously somebody who can handle the pressure. Coach is probably going to draw up a play where maybe we can draw a foul and get that 3-point advantage, or I don't know, maybe he wants somebody to knock the big shot down. I don't really know how to make that call right now.
Let me say this. The last 3 times that the Eagles have been in this opportunity at the end of a basketball game, every single time they've drawn this play up to go to Jessica Boyd. If I'm head coach Jared Sellers, I'm living and dying on my best player.
I'd probably do the same.
Boyd gonna have a chance here. She needs them both. Jessica Boyd, she's got 12. She's 5 of 6 from the free throw line. She needs these two, probably the 2 biggest free throws of her career.
I love that this is rising and falling on senior leadership, and I think Jess can handle this. Hopefully she will.
Boyd misses the first shot. Eagles still probably going to have another chance here. Boyd hits the second, and we're going to get a timeout on the other end by the Bruins.
Hey, they have 2.
Bruins call a timeout in the women's game. That's going to allow them to advance it to the front court. Lady Eagles now out of timeouts. Look for them to try to steal the inbounds play and then foul quickly, trying to put someone at the free throw line, which then they're going to have a chance possibly at the end to go the distance of the court for the win.
What we want to do is make Bob Jones make a frantic mistake, which is hard to do because Bob Jones is a pretty even keel, solid mental team. But we a hard deny maybe set right here and not letting them get those cuts to the basket and those quick, easy 2 points.
Smith gets it! Bedsole wanted the call there, but a good job by Smith. Lady Eagles going to reset. Mabel, if you're the Lady Eagles, why would you not consider just fouling before the ball even comes in bounds?
Well, because I think the Lady Eagles believe in their ability to get a steal right here in their offense. But I think that was kind of what Coach I think that's kind of what Coach is going for anyway, just so some time wouldn't run off the clock. And that's what Jess was able to do right there.
Lady Eagles do indeed get the foul there without any time going off the clock. Lefeview going to be the one at the free throw line. It's 54-55, Mabel. My heart's beating out of my chest.
Honestly, I wasn't able to answer your last question because I couldn't breathe too.
That one, a big miss by Kylie Lefeview. Lady Eagles trail by 1. 7 seconds on the clock. A miss here starts the clock. Lefeview misses it. Clock gonna run out of bounds. Eagles basketball, 6.3 seconds left to go the length of the court. No timeouts. Bruins up in the press. They don't see Boyd over there in the corner. Now Edwards spots her. Boyd up ahead. Jessica Boyd gonna get fouled. Boyd going to the free throw line. She had a chance to be the hero a minute ago. Can she do it now? Another thing to keep in mind here, Mabel. Even if both of these go down, the Bruins do have a timeout. They can call it and advance it and have a chance at one final shot for the win.
If we can just get Jess to connect on at least one of these free throws, I understand that Bob Jones has a timeout and understand that they can definitely advance it. But if we can just get Jess to connect on just one of these, I believe in our defense rising up in a high-pressure situation like this and getting a stop.
Boyd can't win it now, but she can tie it. Boyd free throw coming for the tie. And that's going to do it. Bruins survive. 55-54 is the score. That one as close as it gets, but the Lady Eagles just not able to come away with a victory tonight, Mabel.
We knew it was going to come down to the wire. It always does against Bob Jones. Unfortunately, I think the mental pressure kind of got to Jess right there at the end of that game. It stinks as a senior to finish at home with a loss, but we're going into regionals now. We still have work to do, so hopefully the Lady Eagles can mentally overcome this and perform well in the regional tournament.
Lady Eagles still the #1 team in the region despite the loss, so they're going to be going in as the favorite in the upcoming regional tournament at the end of February, but this loss hurts. #1 team in the nation going down here in Pensacola, Florida. A hard-fought game between these two rivals here in Pensacola. Mabel, a difficult loss to swallow if you're the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, it definitely stings, especially since we were in it throughout the game, especially since we know as well that we didn't shoot like we can. And we had a couple defensive breakdowns that really cost us down the stretch. And especially knowing as Jess that you're a solid free throw shooter. But as a player, I understand the kind of pressure that she was under. There's just sometimes you can't mentally overcome it. And that's all right. Hopefully her team will rally around her and help to lift her head. We still have work to do. We want to be hanging a national banner, if not this year, the next. So it's going to be a tough one. But this overcoming opposition like this is really what good teams are about. So if we can mentally overcome this, and that'll speak loudly for us in the regional tournament and even in the national one.
And sometimes you need games like this to motivate you. Lady Eagles on a season-high 9-game winning streak. Games like this can tend to be the turning point. Lady Eagles have bigger goals than just this game this year, so look for them to use this as a sounding board to continue to move forward. I want to take a minute before we get out of here tonight to name today's player of the game, Sandy McElhaney, stepping up for the Lady Eagles, 11 points, 4 of 13 shooting, and 3 rebounds. She played extremely well in this game when the Lady Eagles needed some shooting. She was able to keep it close. Sandy McElhaney, your player of the game. I want to thank you for tuning in today. Myself, Noah Frary, Mabel Valdez. It's been a fun one, but make sure you tune back in just a couple minutes for the men's game. Your Eagles taking on the Bob Jones University Bruins. We'll see you back in just a few minutes.